My name is Penelope Papademos, and these are my 5 favorite driving apps. My first one is called Waze. It's pretty popular in Chicago due to the fact that traffic here is horrendous. If you open the side or hit the little person icon, it'll bring you to this. This is where you sign up or connect with other people. It also gives you an inbox just in case Waze wants to notify you of any changes to their services, or maybe they found a different route for you that you didn't know before. If you scroll to the other side, it'll give you a full map of everything around you. If you click that locate button, it'll show you where you are currently on the map, and if you click the little spyglass, it'll bring you to this page. Since I'm not registered right now, I can't designate information. The top button is used in order to enter your address or destination, such as water tower. Then, if you wanted to set your home address or your work address, you would just click on this little link to enter your address, and it'll tell you the fastest way to go. You can also add your favorites, such as your favorite locations, like maybe you and your family go bowling every night. You could add your favorite bowling alley, your favorite restaurants, your favorite everything. You could do planned drives, such as you could set an alarm for yourself when you know you're supposed to leave, or if you just want to know your arrival time. We use this a lot when we go to Marquette, Michigan, because it's a 7-hour ride, and it's best to know what area of time we're coming in so we don't scare the people when we come into the house. You could also enter Facebook events, such as if there's a Facebook event, such as a concert that you want to go to. You could tap it on your Facebook link and connect it to Waze, and Waze will show you which way to go. It also gives you an option to print where you're going to go. I currently don't really use this app a lot because I find Google Maps more helpful, but a lot of people find that this app is better for them because it's easier to use and it gives you a better estimated time. A really cool thing about the Waze app is that it has a speedometer on it to show you how fast you're speeding, such as if you were to hang it on your window shield with those sticky things, it'll tell you how fast you're going. It also has a gas station little icon where you could pick your preferred gas station or your preferred kind of gas, and you could sort by distance. So if I go to preferred station, it will bring me to 7-Eleven. But let's say my favorite one was Sam's Club. I would pick the Sam's Club thing. Let's say my preferred glass was just diesel, because that's the first one that was up. Let's say you only want to go by price. You would enter this into your location, and when you would go to your actual maps, it'll show you all of the locations that you wanted to go to. Now that I'm scrolled out, you could better see what Waze is. Right here with this little IHOP thing, it gives you restaurant locations, such as there's an IHOP on this corner, and it'll only take 11 minutes to drive there. But if you look closer on the map, you could see that there is this little app that's red. And it said that there's moderate traffic on the Kennedy Expressway, so the rest of the thing will be green. The yellow button means that a vehicle stopped on the shoulder, meaning someone reported that someone was changing a tire, or maybe there was a small fender bender on the highway. This app is very useful because it shows you where everything is. It also shows you where your school zones are, just in case to make sure that you drive past. It gives you, when you zoom in, it gives you an accurate location of where the stoplights are, so you can think ahead of time and not be caught on guard. A green signal means that there's another Wazer on. This is another person whose speed is around 25 miles an hour. Because Waze is like a social media outletted kind, it'll report how fast you're going and where you are to your friends. You could turn this notification off in your settings if you'd just rather keep it to yourself. If you're friends with this Wazer, it'll let you message them, such as, hey, let's meet up. Hey, do you want to carpool? Let's say it's your best friend, and they're currently at their house, because that's where their car is listed at. Since you're going in that direction, you could email that person through Waze and say, hey, do you need a ride somewhere? It'll also show you where car dealerships are, just in case you want to fix a part or maybe you are looking to buy a new car. One of the biggest things that help with this app is that whenever there's a very, very bad traffic signal, such as Clybourne, it'll tell you the area that's affected, giving you an alternate route of how to get around it. This is very useful when you're traveling on streets such as Diversey or Addison. It tells you how to bypass these with minimal stops. It'll show you where the stop signs are, and it'll also show you where your stoplights are, just to be sure that you have a heads up of what's going on, and also where you are. Another driving app that's very useful in the city is called Spot Hero. This app is used mostly in the downtown area if you're looking for a place to park and all of the streets are filled. You use this app by clicking on what kind of price range you want to go around. Let's say I'm only willing to spend a minimum of $20 on Washington Street. The lowest app I have by Nordstrom Rack is $18. That is the closest parking valet service that I can find. Although this doesn't include all parking garages, some of them are non-listed. Also, some of them are inaccessible due to the fact that they're hotels. I would mostly rate this app as a 5 because it's very useful if you're in the downtown area surrounded by a lot of parking places, but it's not that useful in the side streets of Chicago. It's more of like if you're downtown and you want to go shopping. There's a valet service at a restaurant over there. It doesn't mean that you have to go to that restaurant, but it just means that that's where your car is parked. This car will also show you where the bridges are. At the top, it'll show what time it is today. It's 7 o'clock and it ends at 7 p.m. That is when all of these selected apps are going to close. So let's say if I wanted to do another valet service. This one also closes at 10. And you can only do it for 3 hours. But let's say you wanted to go till 12 a.m. You could search spots that are open during this time of night, but usually if you want to spend 4 to 2 days in a parking garage, it'll cost up to $135. This is pretty useful if you're going to the airport and you want to find a place to park your car because you don't want to leave it at home because it could get broken into. So you could enter this app and see how much rates will cost depending on how late you are or how often your car will stay there. Some people use this app also if they work downtown because it gives them a good rate of if they park their car there for how many days and for how many hours, how much the bill will add up to. The third app is going to be called Gas Buddy. Gas Buddy is really useful on a long car travel ride. It uses your navigation system on your phone in order to show you the nearest gas station. On this app, you can sort by kind of gas, price, and distance. I find it very useful when we're traveling to Marquette because it allows us to see what gas stations are coming up. And let's say you have a rare car. It shows you what kind of gases are available in that certain location. And let's say you don't really want to spend that much on gas because you're already on a 2-day car ride. It'll show you which spot has the lowest amount of gas and the lowest amount of distance if you're going out on fumes. My fourth app is called Lux. Lux is kind of like another valet parking service kind of thing. I find this one not as much useful as the first because this one has higher rates, which aren't always true, but it does give you a rough estimate on lesser known parking places where the first only lists the top ones. I would give this app a 6 based on the fact that it shows the little names parking spots, but the rates are very inflected and aren't really accurate. The last app is called Find My Car. Find My Car is a great app if you're really forgetful. I would use this app if you're at a mall or a large shopping area and there's a large amount of cars in a small area. This app will show you directions how to get to your car. It'll also show you how much walking time it'll take to get to your car. The best part of this app is that it allows you to basically find your car. I don't know how many times I've been to, let's say, Brook Mall and my dad lost the car. We spent nearly an hour walking around trying to find our car. This app would have eliminated that time immediately. I would highly recommend this app if you're really forgetful and you really want to find your car, which everyone wants to find their car. The worst feeling in the world is to go to that parking spot you know is your parking spot and your car's not there. Turns out it was just the wrong aisle. But you could avoid that mistake and that worry by just having that app. These are my 5 biggest driving apps. Thank you very much for listening, and I hope you use them in the future. They're very helpful, and they're very, very, very important. Thank you.